It's just to tell you that Nigeria is a country of privilege. People have that's why people will do anything. They will kill to get the connection. They will kill to have that protection. They will do anything for it. Because once that privilege is not given to you, no matter who you be, you can be billionaire or you can be Peter Obi, they will still treat you like Omo. Normally, nobody should be treated that way. I'm just saying that you have a society where it is privilege is for sale. So if you want that privilege, you have to give something. And most of the time, what they're asking you to give is going to be about your morality. Yeah. And you can't have morality and then at the same time want to dine with this devil. So it's up to that. It's up to, will be up to you. Those who served Nigeria, Chai, Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, the Oyendo said, serve Nigeria and come back in shame. Man, I don't know how he actually coined that. And I bet he got that from the fact that he's got examples of people who at a point in their lives, right, dedicated everything towards this contraption, either as police or as military or as security guys, and they helped the criminals in government to hunt down their fellow citizens, and kill them. In some cases, kill them. Only for the people you did all of that for. Not to put a system in place that would actually care for you when you become old or retired. Rather, it is a system that these rogues will still steal your pension. It is that bad. Soldiers, they say if you join army, you are giving your life up for Nigeria. Is it worth it? Now, people are asking themselves, is it actually worth it to go and die for this Nigeria? But the choice will be yours. Last week, Tifnumbu honored the Super Falcons because they won their 10th title, African title, right? And he offered them, he gave them nearly $5 million worth of a gift. He hasn't, I don't know if they have redeemed it to any of it, but he promised each player $100,000 each, 160 million naira. He also promised them 3-bedroom bungalow or house in Abuja for each player. Their own technical crew should be given $50,000 each, right? And be given houses too, I think. Now that's kind of prompted a lot of reactions from all over the place, okay? Including soldiers themselves who are now using the social media not to kind of go against the Falcons, but call out at the government that finds it so convenient, right, in this day and time with this reality to splash such money on sportsmen and nothing similar or close to it, or even 10% of that is given to those who are confronting the terrorists in the northern part of Nigeria and across the country. So those ones who served for 30 years, 35 years, like their police counterparts, they hit the streets in Abuja today and they took over the Ministry of Finance because according to them, their pensions have not been paid. Their gratuities are so poor and yet some of them have not even been paid. In this video, let's take a tour.
I'm Sergeant Augustine. I got more retired. I'm of first and second quarter. Discharge Soldier 2023. We are here coming to request we are here Ministry of Finance, demanding for our short payments of our gratuity, SD, and other retirement benefits and entitlements that the Ministry Pension Board and Army Authority has denied us a very long time. As you can see, there is a board. That banner there is just our points. Points we are requesting for. And right now we are in the Ministry of Finance office. The office has been locked down. The gate has been locked down since morning. Nobody goes in. But right now, our delegates are discussing, negotiating with the chairman, pension board, and the other authorities and finance authorities. Thank you, sir. Well, as you can see, these short payments, they paid us since last year. They short paid us. And after the increment of minimum wage and other increments of everything. So you can see, they have not paid us. It's getting almost 1 year now. They paid us the first one. The remaining they did not pay. Not until when the defense headquarters raised a letter about our remaining payments that we should be paid. And which will raise observation, and they said they will pay us. And they paid last week. After a protest like this too, they paid, and they still should pay us. That is the gratuity. But the government did not, the army did not say anything about the SDA. We have so many other benefits that the army is supposed to pay us on our retirement, but they did not. Like our parking allowance, our Nawis refund, their fund, everything, all that they did not give us anyone. And they should pay us by stopping our salary for 4 months before paying us gratuity and part of the gratuity and our pension. So they are still owing us our 4 months salary and increment based on the minimum wage. And they are still owing us what is it called? No, 32, 35, 38% wages award or something like that. They are still owing us. They have not paid. The 3 months they cut our salary, they did not pay us. And you can see, everybody knows how the country is. Our families are suffering. Both we that live there, and it's supposed to go and get it ourselves, start something. The little money they will give us, they keep holding it. And when they want to pay, they will pay a pinch out of it. So that's why we are here today, saying the whole world should hear. That see how the army is treating retired soldiers.
Imagine I served for 31 years and they are giving me 6.8 million that is not even enough to buy a plot of land for myself. And I served them. Give my life for them. When I was in the army, if you see me, you will not even know. The majority of them cannot recognize me now as I have left the job. They were frustrating me up and down. Now, pay us the money, they refuse. Pay us parking allowance, they refuse. Majority of us have never gotten Nawis, Benevolent, and the SDA. Pay us SDA, they refuse to pay us by right. As far as you reach 30 years in the service, they're supposed to pay us our SDA, approved by the Nigerian defense. Complete. Instead, they are giving me 3.4 million, which is not up to half, as someone that has served for 31 years. How can we be happy? President is doing for people to praise him. I want him to see this video. If army happen to go for strike for 24 hours, the whole Nigeria will sink. They will bomb that villa where in there inside. These people we are giving our life for them, and yet they are not recognizing soldiers. Can he stand without soldier? Can he even stand for even 1 minute without a soldier behind him? That he will now go and use 160 million naira to just smuggle and went for only how many weeks to go and play football so that they will praise him and give them house. Whereas you can imagine somebody that's after 31 years, some of us our legs are cut, some of us our hands are cut, some of us we are not complete anymore. Then you can't pay us our money complete. You cannot give us what.
As at 2024, there were increments in the system. The increment is supposed to reflect on the new chart, but they are still using the old one to pay. After some time, we wrote to them. We're expecting them to write back to us that they have there's an increment. They never write back, meaning they are sitting on top of that money. Until after we make a little protest, they now pay partially out of that money. Meaning our money is still with them. They don't want to pay that money. That's one aspect. That we are only talking about the gratuity now. Come to the SDA. The complete half of that SDA is still with them.
What is SDA?
Security Disbursement Allowance.
Disbursement.
That money is still with them. Now, talk of the parking allowance. The parking allowance is supposed to be paid after a few months. After they approve your voluntary discharge, after your terminal leave, they are supposed to pay you parking allowance after they pay your money for you to enable you park from the barrack. They didn't pay that money. And they have frustrated some of the people that are still living in the barrack because without that money, according to the Obat, without paying you that money, they are not allowed to you are not allowed to leave the barrack. But they are chasing them out of the barrack. But you didn't pay them the money. But chasing them out of the barrack. Talk of the Benivoria and the Nawis. They pay gold rate, the 2019 rate.
Okay, you said something. You said they did it to your fathers and your.
Yes.
But then you will not allow.
Yes, they did it to the 638, which is our father in the military. They did it to the 798, which is our elder brothers in the military. Now they are doing it to us. From the 90 upward, they are trying to do it to us. We will stop it so that the next generation of soldiers will not go through this. If we don't stop it now, the next generation are still going to suffer the same fate that we are passing through now. That is the reason why we are here. We are not here to fight anybody. We are sorry for the inconvenience we are causing the Ministry of Finance. But let them understand that we are federal workers, they are federal workers. If we don't do this, some of their children might join the military tomorrow and they will be frustrated.
Money. The same more pack for Barra with them pack. Let them pay us who are packing allowed them not pay us. The same more gratuity, the court were gratuity. Up to date, nothing happened. Footballers will go play ball for just 19 minutes. How much can give them? We will retire, we suffer it. We will suffer it for the country. They not give us 1 naira. If you look, I will come on my trouser, I will show you my iron. Where they come my see my hand, iron day. They let them give me my money, they put my money. I'm the president carry money, they give players. Where they go just play 19 minutes. Me where I serve hundreds of millions of naira. They just continue to go to my money. Yes, the players we will suffer for the country.
We are a poor nation. The bank code we follow. They say firewood, not food. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine it, and tell the West, if you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They're doing.
ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yìí ọ̀ ń ṣeré ni àbọ̀ ń ṣe èrè.
Soldiers, you don't want to be in their shoes. Retired soldiers. One of the worst crimes that the ruiners of Nigeria have committed for decades, from generation to generation, is how they have conveniently looted people's pensions. Like successfully looted people's pensions. Enough that successive governments have resorted to borrowing money to pay pension. Do you understand what a pension is? That is not free money. That is a contract between yourself and your employer. And it simply means both sides must respect that, contract. And what is that contract? I will work for you. You will pay me this so amount. When I get to a rank or this rank or that rank, you pay me this. But from every level, for my pension, I will contribute 10% of my wage or my wages every month throughout the time I'm going to work for you. And in that arrangement, you as my employer, as part of the contract, you would then have to contribute equivalent amount I'm contributing. For instance, let's say my salary is 100,000 naira and I'm contributing after tax, just using a round figure so that to make it easier to explain, okay? So my salary is 100,000 naira, okay? And I'm contributing 10% of that. I think they actually do more, but 10%, that's 10,000 naira. Meaning, in a year, my salary will be 1.2 million. And I'm also going to be paying a total of 120,000 naira towards my pension. My employer In some cases, they have to double it, which means they have to put 20%. Or most cases, it's like they put similar 10%. So when I contribute 10,000 every month, my employer contributes 10,000. That money goes into a purse. Nobody touches it. That's what it's called pension. It's not like money that here you get. You are giving them gift. It's not gift. It's not kindness. It's not like I'm so nice to you. I'm paying your pension. No. It's not gift. It is a contract. So that simply means if I serve for 30 years, right? As part of that contract, there's going to be like a lump sum that you will pay me from that my contribution. If my contribution for 30 years comes to 10 million naira, that means you're going to pay me 20 million naira. And in that same arrangement, you're going to be paying me a certain amount of money, a fraction of what I get paid when I was working for you. That's the contract. Now they are being robbed. The money they contributed, which they knew themselves, right? All of the money they were supposed to be paid when they left the service. Now the wahala. Who is going to collect? Who is going to pay it? Where is the money? There's no money. Because there's no money. That's why they have not been paid. Those things are supposed to be automatic. The moment they remove your name from active force to retired, every of your file details, everything will automatically change to retiree. Automatically, the system will process what is meant to be given to you. Nobody needs approval of anybody. You don't need anybody's approval. A system that works. Because over the years that you have given your life, everything to that country or to that service, it is expected that when you are no longer active to be able to do those things, you should be taken care of for the rest of your life. For pensioners in Nigeria, from across all parastatals, whether na military or whether na non-military or not the rest, they all serve the same fate again and again and again, just like a cycle. And of course, yeah, the priority of the politicians are mostly about the what do you call it? The performative show off to make them look like they are doing something, like commissioning a 15-kilometer road out of a 750 kilometers project. And then you throw the balls, like you roll the red carpet and brought out the drummers and this, the musicians to sing and all of that, because that's what will make your dumb, what do you call it, enablers to think where they are doing something performative. But the soldiers complains and they still do nothing. Here is one of them. These ones are still in active service, by the way.
Wow. Nigeria, our country. It is fine. This video where they do I'm like this. And they do this video. And they dedicate this video from the seat of councillor down to the seat of president. This video na for una. In fact, to all our leaders, now no see person just do work for 3 months. You know, even reach a month. It will be 3 months. Nigeria president is signing 160 million for each person. All the players, they are 24 if I am not mistaken. 160 million for each of them. And all the coach, they are collecting 80 million. 80 million. All the player, president give them 3-bedroom flats, each of them. And a Nigeria soldier, #1 security of this country, money where they pay him from the very day where the person go join army till 35 good years. that is when you have luck to serve the 35 years. Plus the one where they will pay you, say you don't retire, may you go rest. If you join them together, you know rich money, whether they give those gears where do work of 1 month. The money where they give each of them now, join them together. They throw off you where they even win, you know richer. They say they make Nigeria proud. A soldier that have been suffered, die, some of them no return, go their village.